Recording.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 10. We are back. We all survived WrestleMania weekend.
Woo. Some of us were there.
First and foremost, let's give a round of applause to Joey for hosting that 2-day Rager, man. That was badass. Thanks for having us. It was a good time, fun time, a lot of drinks, a lot of laughs. The show itself, we'll get into it. I mean, who wants to take the lead on that? Who wants to talk about WrestleMania?
On the show itself?
Well,
I think it should be Quincy who was actually there.
Yeah, Quincy was there, man.
So
injured and all.
I was at night 2, so I watched night 1 at home.
Okay.
But I will say, dude, and this is one of those popular things we hear in the memes. They had me in the first half. I ain't gonna lie, man. that first night was actually top notch. Like, and from dude, I'm probably one of the oldest guys in here, probably next to TJ. But it's like we probably all watched like tremendous attempts at WrestleManias where they integrate the celebrities and all the stuff they do over the top, right? But I feel like I didn't know that Snoop was gonna be there. But he played his part. He didn't overdo it.
I mean, that'll have to be a whole separate entity because I got something. We all have something to talk about with Snoop Dogg and all. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I felt like he played his part. He didn't overdo anything. I'm glad Kevin Hart just did the intro and he wasn't there the whole night. That was
didn't have to play it 2 nights in a row though, and then on Raw too. Like
yeah, exactly.
Goddamn.
The matches I thought were great, dude. Like I mean I did hear that the John Cena match went under. Like they were like mad that it went under.
Yeah.
Think of the
children.
Man.
I wasn't mad at the result. I thought that's what should have happened. I mean, I didn't know about the Make-A-Wish kid thing, but other than that, I was like,
just the most Make-A-Wish kids that have ever been on stage come out with Cena and then he loses. Like that was my only complaint aside from the right person won this match, but I felt like you could tell that it was missing parts. Is all I'm saying. Like
it felt flat.
Yeah. It seemed like a Vince decision to bring a bunch of kids that should see a great happy ending.
That's such a Walt Disney thing to do in the modern times, right? Like,
yeah. So Walt McMahon,
okay, gives them all something to fight for.
Vicente McMahon.
Like I don't know. It was weird. Like I mean, John Cena still talks super loud in his matches. So,
Oh God, dude.
Sleeper. I was like, oh.
But yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
Like I usually don't catch it. I usually like see the countdowns of like that list of people make about it, but
it gets louder every time though.
Especially every time it's right corner. Anytime it's possible.
Do you guys think though? A lot of people were saying that they thought John was just on they said autopilot for the
phoning it in.
Do you think that was the case? Do you think he knew in obviously more than one way? A lot of people have said that this was John Cena's most likely last Mania. Now I don't know if I believe that,
which I don't necessarily know.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean last match. So that is the key.
Not with the other news that we'll talk about in a bit.
Exactly.
There's no way.
The only real complaint I had heard was from my brother about that match. Is he's like, dude, I'm not mad that Austin won, but it's like how many times like he's like just a low blow and then he hits him with his move. That's not. He's like, that's not even his move. That's Ty Dillinger's move. He had to change it when he got on the run. He was just like, so like, I was like, we've seen Cena get DDT'd on the outside and come back and beat all of Nexus. This is weird. You know what I mean? So,
well, John just wanted to beat the traffic back. He just like, screw this. I don't want to be here.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, understandably so. Like, get out of there after the first match. But it's funny to me that Cena got to pick his opponent. Like, like Cena is the reason Austin Theory got this match. That's known. Like, because Theory thought
they were trying to get this match to happen at SummerSlam, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have honestly like the tag match was a very awesome surprise. Like they showed out. I thought it was really good.
That was absolutely supposed to go on last, and I'm glad it did. Like
that was
other than that
which one?
A mistake.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about the multi-man, the showcase.
That was surprisingly good. That was entertaining.
I mean, like Dawkins got a good chance to shine. Everybody had a good chance to shine. I thought it was a pretty good match.
Chad Gable looked phenomenal in that match.
Yeah,
he's standing German to Braun Strowman.
That was great,
dude. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking like I saw an interview where Braun was like interviewed about coming back, and he's like, the time off made me really think about, how blessed I am. And I'm like, meaning like, you need to stop complaining and just take, you know what I mean?
No.
So like, ever since I've seen that interview, I'm like, oh, this guy is just really like, I'm just here to do business. I don't care what I got to do. I'll team with Ricochet. I don't who gives a shit. You know what I mean? So I wasn't surprised that he gave that up, especially when he got knocked down by Dawkins. I was like,
Great
so
stuff.
That was a big moment. Yeah.
Yeah, for him for sure. And I thought
like you guys said about Gable. Yeah, going for the technically, it was standing, but it was the O'Connell roll, wasn't it? It was out of the corner. Yeah. So it's like
aggressive, dude.
It is exactly. See, it really is, and it shows once again that obviously Gable's been compared to Kurt throughout the years. And it's like, rightfully so. I hope, like you said, at the end of the day, Strowman, did bury his ego and realized you tried making more money elsewhere. You fucking didn't. So you came back to, honestly, I don't think AEW was ever really going to call him.
I don't think. I mean,
you came back to the place
he did that ROH
that
thing
you knew,
but I don't think he was going to be retained.
So you took the money, and you honestly, more so than the money, in my opinion, you took the job that no one else was offering. So you only had one or two ways to do it: go back and be an asshole, or go back and do business. So if that's the case right now, and that is it, with the Ricochet teaming, now doing this stuff, I'm like, if that's the case, I'll give a little bit of respect where
it's his way of apologizing for control your narrative.
I feel like
good.
Like he should be lucky because he's looking at almost like, man, he's the reason I'm no longer the monster of all man, but at least I'm not getting jobbed out in Mania.
Replaceable, man.
Right? Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Strowman had tweeted something like a few months ago that pissed some people off in the locker room. I forget what it was.
About the flippy wrestler.
It was about the flippy dippies.
And I think Hunter had like a discussion with them, being like, "You have to shut the fuck up and just take the money."
Yeah,
there's nowhere else you can go.
That's why it was interesting that he ended up teaming with Ricochet because I
know.
I felt that was his punishment for
I do too.
But
I thought it was going to turn into a feud or something.
Is it worse than teaming with Nicholas at WrestleMania? Like that's his worst teammate.
What was that, Tommy?
It can't be worse than teaming with Nicholas at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I do.
I still can't believe that happens. Every time I see that picture, I'm like,
I forgot about that.
Got a 10-year-old as WWE Tag Champion.
That's pathetic. No, I remember
people want to complain about Little Brody, and they don't talk about that bullshit enough. You know what I mean?
That's weird that anyone would actually be freaking complaining about it. It's like, come on, dude. I don't know. It's weird.
Now Little Brody and Cody can be tag champs one day.
I thought negative.
I thought it was gonna be him and his daughter, dude. I thought for sure it was his daughter, his infant daughter.
Jesus.
But no, I did enjoy the women's match. I mean, I'll put it like this. I heard that Charlotte and Rhea were supposed to main event the first night. Which
Charlotte was plotting her way to get to the main event.
Yeah, and I almost it's not even almost. I get the argument to be made that the Rumble winner should go last, but that has not always been the way. So you can't hide behind that. It's not like they were.
That's true. Yeah.
Was that the
logic now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that the issue?
Yes.
That was.
She did a whole interview the day before Mania being like, the Rumble winner is supposed to main event WrestleMania. But it's like, that has not been a fact for the last few years. No. They're always kind of in the middle.
Let me ask you this. Who's the one saying this? Charlotte or Rhea?
Charlotte.
No, Rhea.
Exactly. Because it's not Rhea saying it.
Exactly. Well, even today, Ric Flair on his, which we all know.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't going to bring him up, but of course he can't shut up. You know what I mean? I already heard
what did he say?
On that, Ric Flair
Holy shit.
Yeah, he basically was like mad that she didn't get the spot, and then I heard that WWE was actually pretty upset with him with the speech he gave for
the Hall of Fame speech they made about himself.
Right.
Yeah. I was
greatest
mad.
Hall of Fame speech of all time.
Well, they said supposedly it could have been the fact that he mentioned Sting because here's
my thing. It was more about that. It was just all about him.
It was all about Rick.
Over in this speech.
He's slowly turning into
it was a bad weekend for Rick's.
I understand that they were man. I could hold on about Ric Flair. I could understand why they were upset for a number of reasons. I was upset because, and they did speak on it, Ric Flair and Muta were not rivals. We're not feuds, really.
No.
So out of all the people that probably would have been the quickest, why didn't they just fucking ask Nakamura? They just had that great match.
That would have been cool. Oh,
I think that would have been respectful. If you weren't,
we know why now, because after all the news that's dropped in the last few days, you gotta figure out the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Why? What with Nakamura?
True.
No, I'm saying the powers to be now that are.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. That's
pretty sure if it was still Hunter's baby and it was still his reign, he probably wouldn't see that. But you know.
Yeah, because that is the thing. Like he doesn't speak English. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Because they couldn't have.
That's always been his problem, dude. He's just
yeah.
Racist. But the match itself ended up being a banger.
That's the problem.
You know, I'll give it to him. As much as I wasn't that invested in it, they had a banger. Charlotte and Rhea.
It was a great match. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad that Rhea won.
Me too. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And like I don't know why Charlotte's complaining. You came back, you got rid of Ronda for a bit, you win the belt, you lose at Mania, then you get to take a break again.
Lost a mommy.
Yeah, so. you took a year off, and now you're gonna take another break.
She's about to go traveling, right? Is what
and anytime you come back, they're gonna put the belt on you. So it's like, why complain? Just live it. Like you don't have to be the main event.
So boring after a while, right? Like, jeez.
I would think so.
I mean, because I don't think it's not like the women's division is dwindling that bad. Where we got to make the call to. We got to put the Charlotte symbol in Sky and have her come back. You know what I mean? It's just you guys just put too much focus on the wrong people, like fucking Ronda. So, but that tag match we were talking about before, the Bloodline, masterpiece, chef's kiss for sure.
That was
I mean, it was at that point where I was like, oh, they're not going to give us this feeling twice in a row.
Well, and that match would have gone down that same way regardless of where it was out in the card. So
yeah,
who would have topped it? No one. No one was going to top what those four guys put on.
Why would you want to go out after that?
Yep.
Yeah, they had a great match, but I can't say that the match was a better draw. You know
but it was more of the moment of like that storyline.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
including
that match
felt more important
it
than
was
anything
kind of
else.
less about the championships and more it kind of, like you said, encapsulated like the moment of WrestleMania for everybody for sure. Yeah,
that storyline that they've been building for
it's the best storyline WWE's put on in 15 years.
I think this is probably the best they've done since like when they were coming up with the Stone Cold McMahon shit, to be honest. Like
and people should appreciate it a lot more because it's gonna get a lot worse.
I think
it's not a joke when I say it's all downhill from here until the day. And I would like to say that your little Fire McMahon movement is gonna work. It's not. So
it's not.
The day
you saw that hijack SmackDown?
Yeah,
because that worked so well when they hijacked Raw.
So how does Vincent fucking take over once again? By sending out Triple H to start the show.
Yeah, I know. As if his son's gonna somehow son-in-law, is gonna take all the heat for him.
The son he really loves.
Speaking of which,
because his other son blew out his knee. So
in his best Mania match of all time,
easily,
like shorter than almost as short as the Daniel Bryan Sheamus match, huh?
Just break.
Should we just start talking about that moment? Should we just talk about that? I mean,
let me just say that Snoop's the man.
Oh,
I'll say the same thing.
This is why he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't know. Before anything, I'll say this. Yes. I thought that moment was fake because of how well Snoop did. And
that's
flawless.
I was getting blown up. Like my everybody was hitting me up on Instagram, like, dude, was that real? Was that real? Yeah. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like, you can tell, obviously, some of us being in the business, like there's certain body language we can identify.
Yep.
There wasn't a whole lot going on. Maybe a few seconds, and Snoop just acted, dude.
Yep, especially that first action. And I'm like, damn. Let's get into this for everyone.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's the power of gin and juice.
I'm going off what it looked like from a live crowd standpoint. I don't know how it looked from watching it at
great.
home.
It looked great because that moment, which was supposed to be, which is funny, it was supposed to be the LA Knight Bobby Lashley moment that they scrapped.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But in hindsight, just because of what Snoop did, it kind of saved the whole thing, which I'm not as angry about that. But holy shit, that would have been obviously fine. I would have been fine with the LA Knight Bobby Lashley match. But bless you. Sorry, got a sick girlfriend on the left right here. So
hope she feels better.
Yeah, I'll let her know because I'm starting to feel sick. So probably next week I won't have a voice. So you guys are gonna have to carry my ass for the next episode. Woo!
Put you on mute.
So Shane comes out I know, Joe, you popped.
I love me a Shane.
Joey's dancing.
Joey's dancing. He's doing the whole thing.
My
gimmick
is Saint Omac because of Shane. Like,
and it's hilarious because like Shane takes the mic. He's obviously in tears, being like, "Thank you so much."
Because like you had a whole stadium cheering for the return.
They popped. The whole crowd popped, and then he does what? 3 moves, runs the ropes, and it just collapses.
So
dude.
in our section, we were not at, like, everybody was like, eh.
Oh, really?
Because people were still screaming about the Royal Rumble shit.
Right.
And then also they were like, wait, night 1 gets Pat McAfee and we get Shane O'Mac.
I get that.
Eh.
I just want to point out the fact that Joey, who is not a trained wrestler, was dancing around his apartment, didn't blow out his knee once.
Exactly.
So.
Well, I was gonna say, is it more like admirable to be noticing that Shane was in the ring longer before his knees blew out than his own father when his knees blew out, when he couldn't even slide.
Shane ran the ropes at least 2-3 times.
Yeah,
like,
he
dude.
bounced a bit.
Oh yeah,
Vince
he got
fucking
his
hop.
quick punches in.
He got there. He did the jump, and then when he came back
And
down,
then,
Dude,
That's what it
I was about to
was.
ask. I'm like, he had to do all that running and that that dancing during the entrance. I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
that
was a long ass ramp.
That's
By
what
the
I
way,
kept
that ramp.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, and he has to walk that shit all the way back up.
Yeah.
In fucking Nikes, dude. He can't do that. It's gonna be slippery. It's not. Can't do it.
So when it happened, we thought, we were like, oh, okay, this is part of it. But then as soon as we looked at the monitor and they were doing their best not to put him on camera, we're like, oh, this is real. And then we see the Miz immediately go into heat. He's going to grab heat immediately. And then as soon as I saw Snoop just punch him, I'm like, oh shit, I think Snoop is on the fly right now.
Yeah.
And then you see him cheered. I'm like, and then you see the ref kind of lead in. I'm like, oh, they're about to do it again. And then he hits him again. And dude, no lie, I was laughing at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I was there in a walking boot with my ankle, and I may have had some sort of muscle relaxer with me.
Nice.
But I'm laughing, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, man, what? I'm like, that'd be funny if this guy did like the people's elbow or something. And then he hits the arm, and I was like, no way.
Watching at home, you hear the ref yelling at him to do that shit.
Oh, really?
Okay.
There's a separate.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
A separate camera angle.
I haven't watched Night 2 back yet.
There's a separate camera angle that wasn't shown during the pay-per-view, but somebody got
during
it like
live
on
or
TikTok
something?
where the camera guy is telling Snoop to throw the punch.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Snoop did it all so well that I never heard it.
Yeah, he didn't tip off that he was tipped off at all. Yeah,
because it was the ref. I kept hearing her say like people's elbow, and I'm like,
people's elbow.
Oh, that's funny.
See, when he did that though,
that
made me nervous about how the night was gonna end because I'm like, you motherfuckers! I swear to God, if I hear Dwayne's music
for the
right now,
yeah, that's how we felt too. And then,
my favorite moment though was the first punch thrown. Snoop grabs the mic and looks at Shay, goes, "You good, dog?" And just I'm like, come on, man! Like he's dead on the ground, like.
I gotta make.
Oh, he's not moving.
He's
poking him with a stick and shit.
His pimp stick is just like, you good?
On my segment, this is bad. This is real bad. But
no, props to Snoop.
Props to Snoop. Like I started. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slandered his name a bit on Friday when I was like, how did he make it in the celebrity wing before Andy Kaufman, right?
Right.
But then then he comes through and proves his worth and.
Well, yeah, we were making fun of him too, being like, "Are we going to see his sweet Snoop frog splash where he doesn't leave his feet?"
No, I hope not. And then I was actually surprised. I was like, I know it's LA, but I'm like, we have to forget who his cousin is or his niece is or whatever.
Well, that's why I kept making that joke the whole weekend, being like, does he think Sasha still works here? And he's just confused.
Maybe he'll.
Where you at, girl?
He'll just show up in Japan.
Where's Sasha at? Sasha. Oh, I think I saw her dancing with the Bianca. I don't know. It's like. I don't.
I will say though, the other thing with Snoop too, the whole Rey Mysterio entrance. Pick a song, man.
Right?
3 of them, come the fuck on. Like you're from San Diego.
Just come out to nothing but a G thing, man. That's
true.
Simple.
Yeah, going from that, and in that Eddie, case, then you go to your theme, and it's like, come on, like what are we doing, Ray?
In that case, they should have had the lowrider in like Charger colors and just.
I mean, he kind of did it with his outfit too. It was both fucking the Flash and then.
Yeah, everybody kept saying. Everybody kept saying it was
Muda. The Muda mask
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, but everybody was like, I read that it was supposed to be more Daredevil than Muda. Supposedly it was.
He's already been Daredevil.
No. Yeah.
Well, he's already the Flash too.
But see, I've seen him do the Flash one before. I remember
the
one I hated.
He
always
had
hated the Joker one. That one was.
I didn't like it.
I mean, the worst was Silver Surfer.
I was gonna say Silver Surfer. Yeah.
Oh, the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Tinfoil and shit. Look at
I was
Tin
like,
Man.
Silver King's gonna be pissed.
You think just spray me down? Someone
I
needs
will
an
say-
airbrush kit.
That match was also entertaining, and as
it was. Yeah. Was that night one?
Yeah, it was night one.
That was night. I was gonna say I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, that
Wrong
was
man went over.
Okay, but I will say this.
Absolutely.
Should have been Lars.
What killed it? What absolutely killed it for me was the cinnamon toast fucking guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Thank you for bringing that up. But it was so
to have
fucking
this
stupid.
battle between a father and a son, as serious as it gets, and then you have a giant cinnamon toast crunch dancer going.
Dude,
did you know who supposedly
Soul,
one of them was
Ruka.
Sol Ruka from NXT?
Yeah,
that's a shame.
I mean, you know what? Anything to get on the Mania card, right?
She's like, oh my god, I get to corner the Mysterios.
That's her moment of driving down the rhythm and blues.
That's her CM Punk moment, like driving on John Cena.
You know what?
They did the mafia thing.
That actually reminds me now of the Seth Rollins Logan Paul match where KSI like that. Even that when I was watching that at home, we've had celebrities that do hijinks and shit. But that wasn't, I mean, the fact that it was KSI and people who know Logan Paul know who KSI are, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And it wasn't over the top. It wasn't them trying to do too much.
Yeah. He took a mean bump.
I was going to say the bump was gnarly for sure. So that's why I could appreciate it for sure. And other than that, man.
I mean, I'll give my review real quick. I thought night one was better. I enjoyed it.
Oh, it was 100% better. It set the bar for what you thought night two was going to be.
Well, night two, that's the thing. I thought night one was better, but night two had the match of the weekend, which was the Gunther Sheamus McIntyre match.
That match belonged on night one.
Yeah, that was the match of the weekend for me. I enjoyed it. I felt like that was almost like the end of the Hunter reign. Like it felt like we were going back to what we're going back to, and we'll get into that right now because after I think what was it? Bianca was after that. Or was that before Gunther?
I think she was after it.
I was that
match was fine.
That was early. Gunther was early, and then they were stalling like a mother. Because I remember they had the Hell in a Cell match too, and everybody was mad because like this video package starts going up, and I don't know if you guys could
Slayer.
Hear, like, no, dude, all of a sudden it's like the Pope's Exorcist trailer goes on, and everyone's just booing.
Russell Crowe Oscar performance. Just wait.
We're just totally
looking sweaty, dripping, thick as all fuck. He's not in shape to do an exorcism.
Fighting around the world.
Complete opposite of a few years ago when I got to see Arnold come on the screen before Triple H, and everyone went nuts.
Yeah, but Arnold and Russell Crowe.
That's true.
But I still popped for Slayer.
Yeah, him coming out to Slayer.
That's what got me. I was like, "Fuck it, I love it."
It was the fact that they built it up, and then it was right when you thought people were gonna come out. It was, hey, go watch this movie. We're like, dude, get the fuck.
Yeah, that was stupid as shit.
I don't know if the
something that nobody is gonna
through,
see.
Yeah, it comes out the same day as Renfield, and everyone's gonna go see Renfield.
100%.
They're like, we're boycotting that shit. Like, fuck it.
Nick Cage is Dracula? Fuck yeah.
I think I have screening tickets to watch that shit on Tuesday in Burbank. So I'll have a review for that for the next podcast. No, but I thought night two it had its moments, but it just felt flat. And then the ending, I know me and Joey were sad because fuck, man. Like that was the moment. I'm so tired of hearing people being like the chase has to be about the chase. That was the moment, man. They're never gonna get that again. Even if it happens in the UK or SummerSlam or whatever.
That's my point 100%.
But let's be real. How many times have they done? They're consistent with being inconsistent. They'll have something really hot, like the Daniel Bryan shit. They did the same where they had him beat. They had him. Who was it? He won the title at SummerSlam,
and John. They had
and then he got cashed in on by Randy. You know what I mean? Like
but the thing is, it paid off at Mania, whereas this Cody one,
which is the grand stage.
Mania.
You can't.
There's no other place to do it.
Everyone thinks that they're trying to push to a rematch at Mania. I'm like, dude, you can't push all this
another way. You can't do that.
No, like 100%. And I'll be
like SummerSlam, maybe, but
even then, that's still not Mania.
This Roman stuff has paid off. I will give them credit. It took them enough time and it paid off.
Like the filet mignon, it's done, dude.
Lose it in the next year. He is not going to make it to Mania without everything turning on him.
Pretty much both feet out the door.
That's kind of what I felt like. The Empire couldn't have completely crumbled in one night or two nights.
No.
I mean, I felt like obviously you got to show some chinks in the armor as far as like the tag belts and I mean, because if you notice, the Usos less and less have been appearing with him on.
Well, and yeah, you had the whole thing on Raw where he's just dicking the Usos around. Not
they're in the jet.
So like now the next step is they're going to create Solo to be the Orton of this group of Evolution. But I'm like, that's not the payoff.
But he's Taz.
But it's not cool enough. Like, and I like
it's not
Solo.
that moment.
I really do, but like that's not the payoff you're looking for.
It's not the same at all. Like
It
Cody
sure as
came
fuck
in,
is not
he was the
Jey
biggest
Uso,
surprise,
like,
one of the biggest surprises debuts in WrestleMania history. Has a great program with Seth. The Hell in the Cell match we're always gonna remember because of the torn peg and how fucking brutal that shit looked.
That alone earned Cody the title.
He leaves, he comes back, wins the Rumble. There's your moment. You want to take the belt off this guy because he doesn't want to fucking be there to begin with. He already has his feet ready to go. And you're still like, man, he has to go to the hard roads and get to the fucking path of redemption. He'll get there at SummerSlam. Not the same moment.
You took like they don't have another guy. Like the question is, if it's not him, then who? You know what I mean? Because
there's nobody else.
I mean,
Breaker's still in NXT.
There's
like,
one
you're
person.
going to waste an entire year on Solo Sikoa.
There is one
just
person
to keep it in the family.
There's one person that he hasn't faced yet, but he's hurt, and that's Orton.
But even then,
but I don't know if it's him. I don't even know if it's him. You know what I'm saying? It would be an interesting match. But
Orton might not come back. That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Like
that surgery was legit. It was not like anything to fuck around with. People thinking he was gonna show up at Mania. I'm like, no, dude.
No, not at all.
That was a fucking like a almost year long, possibly even
that's
2 to get
this
for
is
rehab
beyond
and shit.
Shawn Michaels. This is beyond the Shawn Michaels back injury at this point.
Yes.
Even
this is
Shawn
almost
did
like,
this is
almost like Hulk Hogan territory.
Wasn't this his neck? I thought it was more neck.
Well, because
it started that way, but
I think. I mean, he's always had the high shoulder problems too. You know what I mean? Too. So I'm sure
that's always been an issue for him. It's
he has a very slipped. Yeah, that's why there's certain stretches he's got his shoulder that slips out like
it just pops out. Yeah, I mean, I think isn't that why that's why Mr. Anderson pretty much got canned.
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest.
I mean, it's hard being a snake. They don't really have a lot of good bone structure.
There you go.
But yeah, so like you're telling me WrestleMania is not big enough, but SummerSlam in Detroit is just as big.
So when we were leaving, when I was in Detroit, nah, dude, no, I'm sorry, Red Wing fans. But because after like literally we're walking out of Mania and everyone's just like so quiet and just
deflated,
pissed,
right?
And then like I just literally said it out loud and people were starting getting mad. I'm like, so all this just we're gonna run it back at Puerto Rico to get a couple of buys. I'm like, because that's definitely not worth it.
You might as well just give Bad Bunny the belt at that point.
Bad Bunny, that's what I was just about to say. Can't be worse than Arquette.
I mean, shit. Hey, I don't know. He kind of took a better bump than Arquette did through a table, though.
I had heard he separated his shoulder on that fucking chokeslam.
I mean, well, I mean, is that a shoot or is that what they're just saying?
The way he got lifted up was weird to begin with, and then when you got dropped,
tell he was wearing too many layers for Damian Priest when he got him. It was like, oh shit! Like, and on the way down, he's holding his shirt. Like, nope.
He's like, you're going. I'm drilling you.
I don't know how they could fix that.
I gotta make it look good.
I'm fine with Brock and Cody. I think that's a great. I think still it's gonna be a good match.
Okay, so
here's my issue: are they gonna pay Brock to actually show up at multiple events? Because I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Backlash. I don't think it's happening this month.
I just don't understand going this way at all. I don't understand going this way at all.
If Brock was his first challenger as champion because Roman wanted to walk away, fine.
Right.
Sign me up. I'm cool with that. But now with Roman still there, it's like, okay, so we'll see the belts like in a few, 2 months, 3 months, whenever Roman decides to grace us with his presence. Like that's the thing. You gave them both belts. You unified the titles.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of hearing that they want to split them up. They want to split it up.
Right.
That a new design was approved. I'm like, dude, all this is lip service, bro. Like, I mean, you guys have been saying this for a while, and to be honest, like,
but maybe it was all approved, and then this WWE style happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this is the UFC,
which
ruined all their belts look
ruined
the same, right?
night 2 before we even finished night 2.
Yeah, it really did.
This news broke early on that day.
I think like 2-3 hours before there was discussion that what's the name of the company? Endeavor.
Endeavor.
That they were going to buy.
I was like, they would pick that
Future
name.
Endeavor.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
These guys are scumbags, by the way, man. Like,
Endeavor.
They're because Vince McMahon is such a great guy.
Well, no, but that's
Such a
why it goes
cornerstone of
hand
America.
to
Well,
hand.
but hey,
It's like,
They're all
neither are
greedy
you.
pricks
You
that
didn't
love each
ask if I
other.
wanted any food, you piece of shit. Start eating in front of everybody. How dare you?
I didn't bring
That's
enough
how
for
it
the
works.
class. I'm sorry.
no, but so that sale happens. It was confirmed officially. They had the whole stupid press
21
conference
billion,
with
right?
the stupid ass crypt
Or
keeper
20.
sitting next to
Yeah.
him with his dumbass mustache.
Walt Disney. He's just Walt Disney.
Yeah. Or Cody with the mustache. He was jealous. He was like,
or is it Gomez
Vincent
McMahon?
Price, yeah.
It's everything. It's Clark Gable. It's Vincent
Yeah, it is
Price.
Clark. It's a little Clark.
All
Gable,
of these
little
people,
Gomez.
way better
Frankly,
than
my
Vince ever
fans,
was,
I don't give a damn.
It's almost a little bit of Prince. Almost a little bit of Prince there too.
Well, he did say the N-word once, so he probably
That's
thinks he's
true.
black.
That's true.
More Morris Day.
Can't forget about Durag, Vince. I don't know if they're gonna want to improve that
Durag,
sale.
ECW champion, Vince. Excuse you. No, but
Talking about derby hats. You remember that guy's rocking derby hats and he was hiding his freaking head.
So I'll tell you this: the thing people aren't really talking about enough is like he only sold the company to do this. Like that's the only reason. Like this company,
he held his own company.
It's such a selfish power move.
Yeah,
and it wasn't just to sell it to anybody. It wasn't just like, oh, give us this amount of money to buy WWE. No, give us this amount of money, and I get to stay on and get my job back.
Yep. Yeah.
That was the deal. Like the Saudi deal, I'll tell you right now, from what I've heard, it was legitimate. Like Saudi was going to buy the WWE. The reason that didn't happen because the stock market was ready for it. The business insiders were ready for it. It was going to drop that day. I think it was around, I forgot what award it was, but Demi's. Around that day, it was going to be announced. They stopped it. They're going to wait for the next day. The reason it didn't happen is because a lot of people in WWE said they would walk out. A lot of the male and female wrestlers were like, we're not working for them. And he had to have people come to him and talk him down again, like they always fucking have to. And he said, fine, we'll look for another company that they won't be so much of a backlash for. But that's why so many other companies that used to be interested in buying WWE were like, we don't want to do that. We're not interested. We don't want to buy them because there was always going to be that stipulation. Buy WWE, but Vince is still the guy. And we're going to go back to like nothing has changed. Dana White beat the shit out of his wife on camera.
Dude.
And they were just like, no big deal. No suspension, no fine. You can have your stupid slap show on TBS. Well, you're fine, Dana.
The funny thing is everyone's already assuming, okay, if this goes through, then Logan Paul has got to be jumping ship.
Matt Riddle, like
Matt Riddle. I forgot about Matt Riddle.
Is Ronda gonna stay? I mean, there's a lot wrong here, but the biggest mistake they are making is thinking that the fan base of these two companies like each other.
No, they don't.
It's a very like in the Venn diagram.
Terrible.
In the Venn diagram of both fans, there is a very small minority of people, because I have friends that do watch both. But it's not abundant at all. No. It's not like you're gonna get the cross over appeal you're hoping for. And my main thing is
that look at Tap Out.
Oh god, yeah, and they tried. You're right. They did try.
Bought the brand because WWE fans don't give a shit about Tap Out or anything that was associated.
I mean,
with UFC.
Raw Underground. I mean, they're gonna try to bring back Raw Underground with Endeavor and a bunch of investors and freaking
bring back the Brawl for All.
Oh man,
it worked for Brock because Brock was with you guys first, and then he left, and then he won in the UFC. Then he came back. That was the only outlier from there.
See,
where it's like we could build this guy because he was already there.
No.
Isn't it weird now too that they made it a point to point out who was it? DC.
Cormier.
In the crowd and shit. Yeah.
Well, he's.
Like, were you telling us something early?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he's a legitimate fan. I'll give him that. But
yeah,
that was kind of like one of those moments that we'll look back to be like, oh shit, they were kind of planting the seeds there, letting us know, like, hey, these two companies, they're not merging, but we're gonna own both of them. So for the people that think that like we're gonna hijack SmackDown, we're gonna tell people in the group chats and stuff on like all these WWE pages to fire Vince. They're never gonna fire him, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'll chanting
it.
No, I mean, the least
it'll be funny, but you're not going to get any response.
I mean, the thing is it's not like he's going to be showing up on TV. You know what I mean?
He'll be running all of it backstage like he's been doing for the decade that he's been ruining his own company.
It's such just a mind fuck, though, in terms of like brand loyalty and what you're doing.
And then Hollywood
like not even just in morale for like the backstage and the talent and the workers, but even for the fans. Like, damn, dude, like we were able to make it to Mania, and then
they got the Triple H honeymoon, which I'm not saying
we got such goodwill for 6 months.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it was perfect, but it was refreshing. And it was something that we've been wanting for so long.
It was a moment again where you could believe that change was coming.
Where it became
and not everything worked. Not everything worked.
No, it wasn't perfect, but
there
it
were
was a
certain
refreshing product
aspects
again.
I enjoyed. Michael Cole being a little uncaged, where I don't have to hate him now. You know what I mean? Like,
he was getting yelled at in his ear.
If you listen to commentary on Raw, you could tell they're very taken aback all of a sudden, and you could tell that they're like looking for the right thing to say.
Yep.
Why is that? Because Drew
McIntyre came out on Raw after Triple H took over and said professional wrestler. You haven't heard that in 20 years.
Yeah.
It's just it's gonna be completely different. It's like you had that audience.
Yeah, we might see Drew Galloway very soon again, and
hopefully he jumps in time for AEW.
We'll see him in Wembley.
They did say that.
That's the name they need.
Wembley, in August for their show. His contract is up in June.
That would be killer.
So
and I'm not saying I'm not gonna say that like AEW is perfect.
Though.
I'm not saying AEW is perfect, but this is the
true.
importance of having another major promotion.
Mm-hmm.
This is why when everybody's like, "Oh, the AEW needs to fail," no, because this is why that guy's never gonna go until he's dead.
Yep.
And he played the game. He never fucking retired. Don't give me that bullshit. He took a long vacation. He came back. Then he wanted to sell. He never wanted to sell before because he didn't want to work under anybody because he knew when this shit came to light, they were gonna fucking can him and make him disappear. So he played the long game. I don't know who gave him this great advice. Because look, I'll give him props.
Like
he played the game perfectly.
I mean, it was a genius
played
move.
the return so well.
Like
evil genius type shit.
Your own daughter that has
grew
stuck by you for everything you've done wrong quit. She knew what was coming. Like everyone knows Shane quit because he was never going to get this company. Your daughter that was promised this company quit.
Didn't want to be a part of it.
You don't have a family anymore.
Because there was no transition. You would think this would be it. And there was like, no, he never retired. He still had a title name. Like he was still under a name when he supposedly left. No, he went on vacation.
When he resigned, quote unquote.
But you still couldn't make any decisions without getting his blessing. If you're retired, you're done. You don't have any title in the company whatsoever. He gave up the CEO thing just as a shtick to be like, well, I'm not the CEO anymore. It's Nick Khan's company. I'm just taking a step back. No, he went on vacation. He played
everybody was like
the long game, and it worked out fine
Nick Khan for all the BS, all the lip service and shit. Like, dude, we know he's back there. Like, so
Nick Khan, before Nick Khan got to WWE, that's what he does. Yeah. Well, Nick Khan
was hired
before he got to WWE. That he was like he was pretty much a manager for a lot of people, like outside in the world of like UFC. He was big with them for a while because he managed a lot of their fighters. But yeah, like Vince, I guess props for doing it, but he pulled it off seamlessly. He found the right company that gave him the right amount of money, that gave him the right amount of power, and that's why we're back to where we're at.
Being canceled.
Well, that's the thing. What else is going to happen? What can possibly happen that is going to get him fired? Nothing. It's over. It's done.
Did you hear what he said about owning up to his mistakes?
Oh yeah.
Whether or not he'll still be here.
I have had my mistakes and I have owned up to every one of them and I have moved on. Well, I don't think that's how you fucking.
I don't know if you get to decide.
I don't think that's how it works, bro. Yeah, exactly.
He thinks taking a 7-month vacation is owning up to it. That's to him.
It's like, boy, bro, we know you.
That was evil, Vince. Don't you see the mustache?
We know.
Yeah. It's like that Star Trek episode.
You moved on.
Yeah, it's like NDAs can only shut people up so much. Why did it all come
to light? You know what I mean? Like they didn't move on, bro. Like
I mean, he's
you just thought it was okay.
I mean, because all we got for the Monday Night Raw after Mania, which was ridiculously flatter than night 2, was just Riddle coming back, and I don't think anybody was really. We were okay with him being gone.
I'm just glad he didn't show up with the grill that he's been wearing all.
I was glad he didn't show up with the grill and the ridiculous facial hair.
And
the girl,
porn star random girlfriend.
Porn star random girlfriend. Was that the worst?
Whore? I don't know.
Was that the worst Raw after Mania?
Yes. I mean, I remember last year's was pretty bad too. I don't think
there wasn't,
happened, but yeah,
like there
if you're
wasn't
counting
a
once Raw's, if you're counting once
any...
Raw's became like a thing after Mania, definitely, gotta be the worst one.
I mean, in terms of like, you got people who come from out of town that buy tickets to the SmackDown before and then all this stuff, and they know something's gonna happen, and they've built up that precedent. I mean, I was just watching the Dolph Ziggler cash in earlier. I mean, stuff like that, where you're like, anything
There's
can
usually
happen.
a moment.
There's usually something, or maybe even a big time matchup or rematch, or some big new storyline investment, or maybe a new fold added to a big storyline. Currently going,
Or signing Jay White and not fumbling that.
there wasn't a caller from NXT.
No.
There was nothing. Like
nothing.
It was just the return of Riddle, and again, I don't think. I mean, it just seemed like, oh, Riddle's back. That's cool.
Well, even the Seth Rollins thing, like you can see how frustrated he was.
Oh yeah, the footage of him getting told during commercial break that he's out there for no reason and to walk away. Like he literally has the mic and leans over.
I remember
looks at the guy and he goes, "Okay."
Yeah, before I saw that, I was like, and then they came back from commercial, and then he's just like having the crowd singing. He leaves. I was like, okay, what the hell is that? Right. And then I was like, man, this is Vince already.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there was somebody sitting like by the production like setup, and they changed the script 8 times during the show.
To be honest,
like they had to bring down 8 different pieces of paper to the people that do like the packages and stuff.
I don't know what's going on with the women's division and Bailey, but everyone's tweeting to her right now.
They told her not to go out there. They told her like, we don't need you out there.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too.
They're a trio. Like, what would they not? But originally they're supposed to have 2 separate triple threat women's matches. Kind of like a short tournament to crown the new #1 contender for the women's title.
Right.
But then they scrapped that completely when the show started.
And I'm not looking to see Ronda Rousey on TV all the time, but her and Shayna won the match, and why was it 2 women that lost women that lost matches that had a match together?
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. They didn't
Vince
even
being
get the win.
Vince.
Yeah.
That's the era we're back in.
And that's
Vince's be Vince's.
And then I heard there was
rapey Vince.
Oh, rapey Vicente.
That's why I shaved the mustache, because I heard he had his. So I was like, you know what, not doing it anymore.
True. Yeah.
I did hear that some fan had a Dana Brooke sign and they got confiscated.
Yeah, they took it away from her.
Yeah, I was like,
and it's like, I don't want to give Dana Brooke a chance either, but why take the sign away? Who's
right?
Let that guy believe.
Didn't her fiance die
a long time ago?
But still, so it's like she's been through shit, bro. Let her have a fucking sign in the audience.
Yeah.
And then she was dating somebody. She's dating somebody.
She fucked around with Batista for a minute.
Yeah, that was true.
Well, yeah.
But like, what is a sign gonna do if you're not gonna book her? What do you care? Like,
I mean, dude,
she's not gonna come
honest,
out.
Though, like, I used to work at the Honda Center, and I remember working inside security during the time WWE was there. And
go Ducks.
Yeah, 100%. Go Ducks, go. But I remember their security team, and I remember seeing the guy. I'm like, oh shit, I see you on TV all the time. I didn't know what you do. I was like, now I know who you're the head of security. He points out a sign in like the 300 fucking section, tells me to tell him to take it away, and all it was a click sign.
What?
Yeah,
wild.
It didn't say suck it. It didn't say like it just said
should have
click. Yeah, I know. And I literally had to go up to him like, hey guys, I personally I love the sign. You know what I mean?
I got
throwing up the click and everything. I'm like, they want me to take it, dude. They want you guys to. I can't just like. I can't just take it down. I'm like, no, they want me to take it, dude. And then like they had to bring security to take that shit. I was like, dude, so they're weird about signs. I don't know.
But why would they care? It's like it's there.
But then you know why? Because ever since that one got on TV at the Clash at the Castle, the one that said "Better Dad than Chris Benoit." Did you see that shit?
Oh shit!
Yeah, but when they were doing the whole the COVID era, when they had the TV screens all around, and Benoit's face showed up. So
yeah,
yeah, there was a lot of faces.
That was a great era. Did anyone else get on TV during that? I did twice, and I got kicked off.
No, I never.
Oh, really?
For it.
Yeah, I was on a SmackDown, but I cut out.
All right, they let me on, and like they tell you like, go over the top cheering. So at first I do that, and that's how you get on. And then I just sat there drinking from a Jack Daniels bottle on the screen. And they let me on for a solid half hour before it was suddenly like, we have moved on to the next person.
They were like, Jack Daniels isn't our sponsor. So.
I think it was
Mike's Hard Lemonade now.
Okay. Oh God, we hated that too. We were like, so we're supposed to believe these 2 guys that drink pints are going to celebrate with Mike's Hard Lemonade after this,
right?
Like, no way, dude.
I think it was the NBA when they had their bubble, and it was like during the Laker game. One of the guys was trying to make out with the dude next to him, and you see the guy like slowly moving away. The other guy's just going like this. It's just like, what? And I think they stopped doing it after that day. They're like, forget it. We can't trust these motherfuckers to be on screen. just gonna
No, because it's dangerous territory. I'm surprised they didn't have it like chat roulette type shit every week.
Yeah,
Like,
no dicks or boobs or
yeah,
anything.
that's right.
I know we usually wait to the questions till the end of the episode, but we do have 2 wrestling ones, so we might as well get them out of the way. First question we got: favorite match of WrestleMania. I already gave mine. It was a triple threat: Gunther, Sheamus, McIntyre. That was my favorite, but you guys take it away.
I'll go with the tag match, night 1 main event.
Yeah, I think the tag match for me was good, and I'd have to say I was also pleasantly surprised again with that 4-way tag match. I don't know. It was just. Oh, you know, as far as I have to say the Rey Mysterio one too. That was pretty good. That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I just hate that cereal boxes played a part.
Should have been there.
Should have been there.
Are you talking shit on
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I love
Toast
me some.
Crunch?
I love CTC. All right. I love it as much as the next man.
I'll be honest, I don't, because it's like you have to eat that so fast that it turns to soggy shit.
Yeah.
Like you literally have like a 3-minute.
It's like that and Golden Grams. They have like a
and go. Oh.
Like Jesus. But yeah, I liked it. The tag match. I mean, obviously Roman and Cody was good, but the finish was shit, dude. So
it was a great match leading up to it.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great match before the clusterfuck of everything. Not even the ending, I'll say.
Yeah, the ending. Like, the ending. The reason why I hate the ending is I literally just watched the clip the week of WrestleMania. This is back when Bryan Danielson was Daniel Bryan, and he was the GM of SmackDown. Remember they had the whole Talking Smack segment? He was on Talking Smack with Renee, and he was like, by the way, why is it that every time we throw people out of matches, they somehow make it back into the building? Like, we're $1 billion company. We don't have enough to invest in some sound security. Like, what's going? And
well, are you going to get in the way of a 250-pound Samoan man? I don't think so.
No, you should have enough security and refs to do that.
It's just like, how does one not see this 200-pound Samoan leave the arena and then put a hood on and then come back around, circle back around, and it's like I'm like, at least show like Paul Heyman texting somebody at ringside or something, shit, right? Like, it just
Paul
Heyman
I don't know. Should bring the phones back.
Yes,
and have new like designer like iPhones every week or some shit.
And I think the other reason I hated it is because they already did that finish for NXT Stand and Deliver.
Yeah,
their title match. So,
yeah, I guess we should talk about NXT too, but.
Oh, you mean Rick Steiner's kid?
Yeah, we didn't bring it up.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
Rick Steiner.
I'm a big fan of
Rick.
NXT now.
They did say beware dog.
Came in for the perfect time.
Didn't know that the dog.
Perfect topic.
Bitch.
Well, did anyone else want to finish their Mania picks?
No, who didn't give their picks?
I mean, I'd go the IC match based off of wrestling ability, but I mean, the tag match just had so much heart to it. That's like what you watch wrestling for.
Yeah.
Had the storytelling and emotion.
Yeah,
storyline driven. It's why I watch wrestling. It's why I fell in love with wrestling. Like that story.
But that IC match was just, as we keep saying all weekend, big beefy men slapping me.
Yep.
Yeah, Gunther has to be in that main event at some point. Like, he would have been perfect for Cody. That would have been your perfect.
I heard he wanted
WrestleMania 40 main event.
I heard Brock wanted to work with him, but I don't know. I mean, they ended up going a different way. But I was like, oh man.
Well, because they wanted to do that triple threat match, and then they're like, "But here's Bray Wyatt," and Brock's like, "Fuck no."
He's like, "I'd rather work with this
goofy."
They're like, "Good, you're gonna work with Omos."
Spooky dude.
It's like I already killed Undertaker. What do I have to kill?
Why would I want to do this? Like, bring back the piece of shit mayor. I'll fuck him up again, and then we can go on.
That's true. I would pay to see that. That'd be awesome.
I'd pay to see that.
Who hasn't made the pick yet? Was it just Rossi and?
I would go. Honestly, I work, so I
okay. Fuck you, dude. I was going first.
Get a camera, bitch. Can't see when you're talking.
Join him in the next room and go on.
That's right.
Staying.
Come share my camera, bitch.
I'm not in there. No, I got things to do. No, I'm gonna go naked. The tag match.
Yeah, are you jerking it over there?
Yeah, dude, that's exactly it.
If you're potting and having an OnlyFans at the same time, props.
I'm smart. I'm smart like Quincy. We keep our cameras off.
Yeah, we can't be letting you guys.
Yeah, that's how his OnlyFans works. There's a podcast going
horribly
on
one day, and we're not going down with you guys.
Naked podcast.
Yeah.
It's like naked.
I don't know about all that. You sure know a lot
Next
about
week,
this. I don't know if
podcast.
I'm the one. Yeah.
It's called the.
There you go. I'm not going to do that.
We can make money.
Next week, somebody better commit to that.
I'll still have a hat on. Don't worry.
Hat stay on.
We'll tell Craven that he has to show up shirtless, but we will just all be fully clothed.
Just him.
We all agreed, man. We all said that this was the podcast. We're all getting shirtless.
Go ahead, Ryan.
It's like I don't even fucking know what we were talking about. Like,
he says the tag match.
Jesus.
Just hit the tag match and move on.
Yeah, the tag match. That's it.
Okay. And then Jason just need to watch it, right? So it's like,
yeah, I'm gonna rewatch. But
Okay.
that's what I would really want to rewatch would be the tag match because I love fucking Kevin Owens.
All right, we did get one more wrestling question. If you could set up your dream wrestling match, what would it be?
What's
does it have to be them now? Like,
No, it could be your all-time dream wrestling match.
Vince McMahon versus a oncoming
a wood
traffic.
chipper.
And
Vince versus New Jack.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Dead or Alive? Okay,
Sean and Rock. That's the one for me.
Sean and Rock is kind of that one that.
Yeah, that's like the
will never
one.
happen now.
I'll throw mine in. I'll do Austin Punk.
That'd be good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know. That's
everyone's
tough.
waiting.
I think you guys
can I
just
pick
kind of
time
nailed
period?
the two.
I mean, does it have to be like right now, or can I pick them?
No,
anytime.
No,
Whatever
it's anytime.
Your dream match that you would want.
I would have loved to see Eddie and Sean.
Yes,
I was gonna say Eddie and Brett is one I wanted to see.
Angle Brett.
I wanted to see. I mean, I think Sting
Angle's better.
Oh yeah.
Even Angle Daniel Bryan, but I'd vote for Angle in that too.
I'm just gonna go with my two favorites, so it really doesn't add up to most people. But I would just say Raven versus Stone Cold, just because it's like those are my two.
Raven Austin.
Yeah.
You don't like Bray, or it'd be perfect for Raven versus Bray. But...
Raven versus Bray, yeah. But I mean,
hold on, bear with me on this.
I'm going with like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like those are my two favorites.
Cinematic era, triple threat, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. I mean, who doesn't want to watch that?
And Commissioner Foley is the ref now.
That might be Oscar worthy.
Yeah.
That might you might have to like nominate that for like a short film.
I think
and Dude Love wins, of course.
Actually, it maybe if we could have the Fiend versus like Mankind, that might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a very mobile Mankind. Let me just say that. I love the guy, but damn. Shit, I don't know. Maybe RVD versus Ricochet when RVD was like fucking TV champion.
Los Guerreros versus the Young Bucks. I would have loved to have seen that.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one I used to tell Joey all the time, but it was Motor City Machine Guns versus Brian Kendrick and Paul London. That was like my wet dream as a teenager.
Dude, that was that's insane.
That's just funny that you said that. Mine was gonna be like probably a 4-way tag team match.
Ryan just wants a 4-way.
Ladder or not. Yeah. I was like, you guys are throwing out a lot of shit right now. And I'm like, feels like I'm talking to the ones that have OnlyFans, but I would say the tag matches would be or the tag teams, Hooligans, the Rascals, Hardys, like early day, and it would be a toss-up between honestly throwing the Bucks in there, because I know they would obviously do well. Or honestly, guilty pleasure, throwing New Age Outlaws in there to make it kind of different.
Yeah, New Age Outlaws,
because then you got, so you got the high flying aspects, you got the like straight up wrestling aspect. So I love fucking watching good tag team matches. So you know,
what about American Alpha, back at Gable and Jordan versus
they were really
Team
good,
Angle,
World's Greatest Tag Team.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
No,
even like late 90s. Well, not now, but late 90s Steiners.
Was this try not to bring up Rick Steiner in here?
Was this just wrestling as a whole, or was this like WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I'm like the venue kind of
wrestling.
It could be any venue you want. It could just whatever matchup you would want to see, like your dream matchup.
I mean, there's tons of matches. I'm sure that all of us.
I mean, but I won with Rock and Sean.
Did you? Neither would agree to go over the other one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it depends on which version of Sean, because Sean was better after he came back.
Austin because he loves him. Rock and Sean are like, no, fuck you.
I mean, but Sean became a different person when he got back.
Yeah,
he was a better wrestler.
Sean, when he came back and won the title at Elimination Chamber.
When he had the shit brown pants.
He has to wear that attire
too. Had, like the return of a lifetime.
The shit pants.
The shit pants.
Yeah, the
shit
earth,
pants.
The earth tone.
Shit
is what he
pants
calls
and the weird.
Shit pants with the random blue HBK. It was like
I call him the fart break kid there because it looks like he shit his pants.
Well, I mean, I think I showed it to Jason. They're actually coming out with think of that. I'm like, why, dude? Like, let it die.
And he had that haircut that was like down to here.
The little Bobby cut.
Trust me, as a longtime HBK fan, I was excited for him to come back, and then I see him come back with the bob and the shit tights. I'm like,
what's the name of the little German kid from fucking Simpsons? That's who he looked like.
Uter.
Oh, Uter.
He looked like Pip from South Park.
That's true.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Mine is still possible. I just need Vince to die, and I need CM Punk to stop being a bitch.
We all knew
and
that,
then we could do Punk Austin. It seems impossible, but
because neither's gonna happen. Poison him. I don't know.
I got one last one. Stone Cold Rock 4.
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
as a runner-up, I mean,
they could do it,
but then you would need 5 to break the match.
Rock. I think the Rock's only won once, right? He lost twice and won once.
So if Rock goes over in the 4th,
no, Rock's not going over.
2-2. Yeah, then
he fucked up.
I'm gonna be mad
when he crosses Henry Cavill.
No, at that point, you gotta do a best of 7 series. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got one more. WrestleMania 8. Don't fuck it up, Hogan Flair. I mean, because that was the time to do it. No one cared about WCW. Hogan and Flair.
It's so weird that they just
true.
Didn't have like. I'd also the runner up. I think I would have loved a modern version of The Rock versus Triple H because them in a ladder match.
Well, we almost got that 3 years back.
Yeah, they teased it. I'm like, dude, that would have been great. Like people would have definitely paid to see that, dude. But yeah.
You're right.
Benoit Danielson or too soon?
No, absolutely. Fuck that. That'd be great.
Amazing. That would have been.
We're all fans of Benoit here.
Benoit versus Danielson. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like, I mean, now Danielson's getting back to, I would say, like original American Dragon, like Ring of Honor days. Fucking nuts. Yeah. Then, absolutely. It would be a fucking clinic. Like, it would be great.
Especially, Benoit. Daniel Bryan ripped off everything Benoit did. Benoit ripped off everything that
Dynamite Kid did. Yeah.
Dynamite Kid.
They make it a triple threat.
Yeah.
Dynamite Kid, Benoit, and Bryan Danielson.
Dynamite Kid down some stairs in his wheelchair.
Excuse me. Yeah, there you go.
He got
morbid as fuck.
Brock to do it. Brock's gonna do it to him.
Oh yeah, he did that to Zach Gowen.
To Zach Gowen.
Yeah.
Morbid as fuck. With the fact that we were like this close to Benoit Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was about to be his final match. Yeah.
That's always the one that's I'm like, fuck, dude. It was there.
Let's just throw Johnny Nitro in this place. Notice.
No, but don't lie. Like
that'll throw them off the set.
Like this is gonna sound weird, but like, who knows? Like, what if he just would have decided to go and do the match, and he would have been like, holy shit, yo, that match with Punk actually made me like really like wanted to live. You know what I mean? Like,
but his kid and
as a matter of speaking,
still.
He would have repented mid-match.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna say mid-match.
Huge mistake.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it would at that point it would already been a done deal.
Well, then it's known that Kevin Sullivan.
I was gonna say
them.
Yeah. That's what Kevin Sullivan chose in the season.
You want to go down rabbit holes?
I've already almost gotten in trouble for saying this to wrestlers that know the man, but now we're putting it out there on a podcast.
Where was that for your conspiracy episode, you idiots?
We didn't want to be sued.
I thought about it. Exactly.
We can only talk about those people that are died, so they can't come after us. You know what I mean?
Again, no camera, guys. They don't know who the fuck's talking behind
mine. You've been on an episode.
They don't remember that.
They can find Rossi like on episode 4. That's when you have the camera.
But who's Rossi now? They don't know.
They gotta find you on OnlyFans, bro.
Rossi,
you got your OnlyFans,
guys. Maybe not as Rossi though. I don't know.
Link in the description.
You got to think about him. Yeah.
All right.
That's true. I'm like, well, I'm trying to make money. So there is a.
I'm trying to make money.
All right. Before we transition complete out of wrestling, I was going to say, piggybacking off Hollywood's comment about Endeavor being a bunch of scumbags. A little thing I wanted to point out: I own a little bit of WWE stock, nothing to brag about, but
you are bragging.
He's like, I'm a millionaire.
They would send me these things that say like, oh, in the event of a buyout, this is what you get. And it was supposed to be like, every time something came up, they would give you the theoretical buyout and how a company needs to buy you out. Endeavor buying the company doesn't need to buy me out. They literally sent me a thing saying, this is how the transition goes. Your stock just becomes us. So, like, I'm not losing anything, but, like, every other time, any other chance came up, I was going to make money. They're just like, no, fuck you. You're with us. You own stock. That's it. Like, I don't know how they did that.
Yeah. Does that come together with UFC, or is that just like...
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like, I think it just transfers into one now,
Yeah, so you would have stock on both.
Yeah.
You now own a piece of Dana White's land.
Just what I want.
And Dana Brooke. Dana White
and Dana
Brooke.
Yeah.
And Dana Brooke, yeah.
You too.
We know who has the sign. We knew who had their sign confiscated. It was Joey.
Can we get Ken Shamrock back now?
I don't even know if he can speak like proper English anymore.
No, I don't think he ever could. I don't think he
ever did. Yeah.
I will say he did take one of the gnarliest chair shots for sure.
That is
absolutely.
That always pops up on my TikTok for like the worst chair shots. I'm always like,
yeah.
No, but to add to what you're saying, like, I've been hearing a lot of just what ifs.
Yeah.
From what the infrastructure is going to look like with this combined, like, because. I mean, we were talking before, like in the chat, like, okay, what does this mean for the Peacock deal, which is obviously expiring later?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Is that business model still going to be something they try to retain with another service?
So they have time.
ESPN, DAZ.
Great.
I mean,
I will tell you this right now: when that does expire, or if they try to like get out of that deal or renegotiate, whatever the case may be, they're gonna start charging $60 a show.
Oh yeah,
well, that's what I'm going to say. Like, you think they're gonna go back to the pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, because UFC, even like, let's say you want to watch one fight on that card, you still have to pay the flat fee of $60 to get the whole thing. So it's like it's gonna be the same mindset with WWE.
In that case, they don't even have to try as hard to get us to watch the show.
What about like USA? You think it's gonna fuck with networks and like
what
else is it on?
Fox before
Fox,
Fox,
right? Should be a lot of blood and a lot of broken teeth and broken legs and everything.
Yeah, but they'll probably go for another deal with another network.
Yeah, because if they
move into Travel Channel,
they're gonna be back on Spike.
They're gonna be Spike.
Jason.
Sci-fi. UPN's coming back and SmackDown's gonna be on their Thursday nights.
Hope not. Yeah, I don't know.
But the other thing too, you got to probably assume there's going to be a couple of releases coming.
Oh yeah.
With any merger,
they hinted at it. I think.
I mean, the Grizzled Young Veterans are already gone now, right?
Yep. Well, I don't know.
So happy for them. They did. Yes. They were granted just the other day.
Okay.
I didn't catch the same day, but I heard it wasn't too good.
Good for them. Like,
if they stay in America, I'll try and book them. I like them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I would not be shocked if they end up in ROH.
Really cool.
They said like possible visa issues. But that wasn't confirmed, right? I forgot.
No, it wasn't confirmed.
Nah.
That's been the biggest issue right now
me?
for like AEW has been dealing with like the visa shit right now.
They're going to show
because I don't think they tried in the beginning to pay attention to all those. Like, look how much Pac has gone through in AEW with the visa.
Well, they lost Kenny for like 2 weeks because they couldn't get him there, and I'm like, that's your trios shit.
Right?
Like, how do you fuck that up? I don't know, but that's wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That's a business.
If you couldn't tell, we're all wrestling fans. I know that we've hidden it from a couple of these.
Nobody's gonna watch this episode now.
They're like, "Are you getting to the Blue Beetle or what?" God,
that's true.
Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll create another half of the show and go back to the wrestling talk. But that's only if you turn this show into a success. So.
Oh, I mean, okay. Here's the big thing, though. We did talk about wrestling a lot, but WrestleMania weekend is the Super Bowl of wrestling. So
it's very true.
Yeah,
it's in LA.
It's our home. Yeah, exactly.
I was getting messages.
It's been trending.
Don't talk to me about it. They know I'm into it, so they were sending me like gratuitous, like, "Hey, I see they're in town." I'm like, just stop. Shut it down. Shut it down now.
Yeah, my grandma hit me up being like, "There's wrestling in LA. You're not going, right? It's dangerous."
I'm like, dude, my grandma texted me. She's like, you gotta watch Wheel of Fortune. There's a couple of wrestlers.
There's a wrestling
about that too. Yeah,
shit too.
It's a pop. It's
hey,
still
there's
popper
wrestlers
thing, man.
on this.
Yeah,
and
my grandparents are dead. So,
sorry.
Last night they passed. Last night
they passed. Last night. Yeah.
One step to becoming Batman, like you always want.
They're like, "Damn it, Cody." And then
funny story. Anytime I'd say, "Hey, Grandpa, I'm going to wrestling," he'd be like, "Oh, you're going to that WrestleMania?" I'm like, "Well, it's just a house show, but sure, why not?"
That's cool. That's still awesome, though.
Morbid kind of story for me. When last time WrestleMania was in LA was 21, right?
Yeah.
So my grandpa took me to Lakewood Mall, and there used to be a comic book shop there by the Sears. And we walk in, and this is a true story. I'm gonna put him on the fucking podcast just to like attest to the story because it's. We met Chris Benoit in the fucking store. Yeah, shook his hand. Fuck? And I remember when the Chris Benoit thing happened, my grandpa's first reaction was like, "Hey, wasn't that the motherfucker we met at the Lakewood Mall?" Jesus. I'm like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, yeah, fuck him. He killed his wife and kid." And I'm like, "Oh." I thought he got murdered, and he was like, "No." I was like, "No."
I mean, you and a lot of other people, Grandpa. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was the one story I always remember from WrestleMania 21 being in Hollywood. Yeah, and the fucking Lakewood Mall, man, the old stomping grounds.
God damn.
Yeah. All right. What's fucking enough, Benoit? Let's transition to something else.
A couple more before we wrap this episode. Enough wrestling.
I wanted to talk about Blue Beetle, but at the end of the day, I like the trailer. But I just got some news right now about James Gunn saying that he has already had conversations about doing a crossover with Marvel.
Oh yeah, I heard.
What are our thoughts on that?
Wait.
Like a live action Marvel
crossover
DC.
with the MCU.
It's not going to happen.
But
he's
how can
like money wise,
studios would need to come together and agree on this.
So who is he? The Rock?
Have done.
Like, he's the Rock, and he's trying to build his own bullshit bridges and shit.
Like DC obviously needs the rub, but MCU
Marvel doesn't.
Oh, they don't. I was about to say, I'm like, fuck you, DC, for trying to hitch to our wagon. Like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they would have been fine if they didn't try and just do it right at once. But no, they're just like, well, Avengers came out, so we got to just fucking make the second movie, The Avengers.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So now I see it their same way of doing the same thing, being like, well, if we just hook up with them, we'll be fine. It's like, yeah, you probably would, but fuck you, do it on your own. You know?
And I think, would my inner child go nuts as the day I found was given that 90s comic book? Yes.
Yeah, but I'd go see
it's like the forbidden door.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh fuck, I had that.
You know what?
That's all kinds of shit goes into that too. Like, who's Batman? Are they bringing back?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say.
Like, there's a whole other battle that comes with all these characters now.
You know what, may sound bad. But this conversation is they've already got you because we all just went. I'd go see it, and they've already.
I absolutely would.
But I was going to say, I'll argue right now. I think I would honestly be more interested in it if they signed on, got all the rights to obviously everything, but they did an animated film instead, but got all the voices.
That'd be better.
And then you don't have to worry about as much. Yeah, it absolutely would. You
just
get Robert Downey, you get whoever. Yeah, exactly.
You know, never forget the time Joey and I once got really high and wrote a Booster Gold Wonder Man pitch.
That's right.
In my backyard.
And a wall next to it, yeah.
You pitched it to the backyard wall.
We pitched it. We pitched it to someone.
No longer here.
It was that lizard that did the Snoopy dance.
I will say, if they do Weasel versus Rocket Raccoon,
Rocket's dying, dude.
I know he is. I know.
I mean, more than one.
Those posters I made it so queer. Like,
I'm not ready for Rocket to go.
Well, all the stuff that you're seeing is his backstory, just so you know. Spoiler alert.
I would rather it just actually be.
I don't even think that's a spoiler. I feel like the posters and the trailers have all kind of like attested to that.
But yes, it's still leading to him sacrificing himself.
This just shows how much better the Marvel movies are than DC that we had completely fucking glossed over Blue Beetle.
Well, I mean, look, I'm excited for Blue Beetle.
Rocket Raccoon is gonna get eaten by a big space coyote. That's how it ends.
Rocket Raccoon is somebody that's like played by Kid Rock or some shit. That's his interpretation. Like, we don't need these big companies. We'll do it ourselves. Racket.
No, you know what? I'm on your side. I think Blue Beetle looks fun. I mean,
I enjoyed that trailer.
It looks fun. Yeah.
But see, with like DC trailers, I'm never had expectations for it. I'm just like, if it makes me pop, I'm there.
That's why I like the first Shazam. I was like, this is gonna be a piece of shit, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care for George Lopez. I don't really care for Blue Beetle, but that trailer was entertaining to me.
You know what I mean? But nah.
No.
From someone who it comes from zero knowledge of the Blue Beetle and no background.
I don't really know.
To me, it looked like somebody new. You know what I mean? Like, which that's been one of my complaints about superhero movies since we started Spider-Man. I'm like, yo, all we keep doing is remaking the same shit. We ain't ever made no new ones. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And just like
the suit looks great. The story looks entertaining. Mexican family dealing with that stuff. I'm like, that hasn't really been done at all. So it has.
Encanto just came out.
I was gonna say like Miles Morales had like only like a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't that trailer come out too? There's another.
That was a good ass
the new
trailer as
Spider-Man
well.
trailer. That was really good.
I dug
Where
it.
they're all doing the point.
Yeah, that was great. I said this on I forgot where I wrote it at, but I think that's gonna be the movie of the year, in my opinion.
I mean,
Spider-Verse?
The first one was one of the best of 2019.
Yeah.
So
I think the sequel might be even better, and I think it might be the best movie of this year. That's just my. I said I was most expecting the Flash to be the most interesting, just because of all the fucking shit around it.
Yeah.
If you're telling me right now, at the end of the year, what movie do I think I'm gonna look back and be like, that was the best one? It's gonna be the Spider-Man movie.
Like when you look at it, like Spider-Man has always been one of the most popular heroes. Like like if there's a new one, people are always willing to go and check it. I mean, they know the story about Uncle Ben and how they know all that, but they'll go and watch the brand new one, even if it's a new guy playing him.
And especially these like Miles Morales movies, the way they're like filmed and all that, the story, it's like
I was gonna say I loved how they framed the first one. I thought it was really cool.
Did anyone notice in this new trailer they mentioned Tom Holland's Spider-Man?
Yeah, bring that up.
Doctor Strange.
Oh. He says, "Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and that one of Earth 19999."
The little nerd from Earth. Yeah.
But we still don't get Scarlet Spider.
We do.
He's in it.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, what they're all in it, man.
Did we get the futuristic one? Was it like
Spider-Man
2099?
Yeah.
Villain-ish.
You know, I remember I still had that hologram card back
with Oscar Isaac, right?
Yep.
Collect Marvel cards,
which I'm down for.
Yeah,
the Marvel masterpiece and Marvel flair and all that.
I felt a little bad that like we hit play on the trailer and I kind of ruined it for the wife because I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't Miles' dad die in the first one? And then I continue to watch this trailer. I'm like, oh, spoiler.
Hey, Joey, I thought the same fucking thing, dude. I told Moody the same thing. I was like, did he die? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I haven't watched that movie in like 2 years. I'm like, shit.
Well, it's coming.
Oh, shit. All right, we have 3 more questions. Should we get to that? Let's go for Quincy.
No, I was going to say, I know we were talking about another movie we had brought up was did I read this correctly? Heat 2 is coming out.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll do that real quick. They're doing Heat 2.
I can't believe that, dude.
There's a book. There's a fucking book that actually have right here.
Why wait
like
so long?
Like Heat, like
Heat,
the
like
90s
movie.
He's got a great ass.
Like
Pacino. Sequel. I haven't read it yet.
But I said the same thing.
For
I was
a
like,
second, I thought you said
Heat?
The Heat, like that really shitty
now,
Melissa McCarthy movie.
No.
Yeah.
You had a different, from what I heard. I thought Adam Driver was playing a young Pacino. He's not.
No, he's playing the De Niro's character.
Interesting.
Before, he's playing the younger version of De Niro.
I watch Adam Driver do anything, man. So
so you got Adam Driver. I'm already in. So it's like, let's do that. But in the book, Pacino's character is still chasing down Val Kilmer's character. So it's like kind of Godfather-ish, where it's like it takes in the present, but also we're going back to see what De Niro's character was doing, how he made his name.
The CGI again,
but Val Kilmer, I'm like,
you'd have to recast.
You know what I mean? How are we gonna pull that off? Or unless they're just completely wiping that off and we're just doing young De Niro character with Adam Driver. I mean,
it wouldn't be the first time they.
But from what I heard,
Val Kilmer be a kid. Like if you're doing it back in the day.
Well, no,
if Adam Driver's
the Val Kilmer stuff would take place in the present.
Oh, I get you.
We're gonna get the backstory for De Niro's character, but it's gonna be played by Adam Driver.
Okay.
But it's gonna take place also in the present with Pacino still looking for Val Kilmer's character.
I mean,
Pacino already signed on too, which I'm like,
okay, I was gonna ask that, and then my follow-up question, which should be fair, is: does anyone ever is really invested in this origin story after all these years? Like, I mean, do we even remember why he was going after him? You know what I mean? Like, I put like this. Selfishly,
I don't.
They canceled greenlighting the Workaholics movie, so fuck them.
Right?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that one. Still gets me.
Yeah.
I've been listening to their podcast a lot lately.
Man, I miss those guys. I actually refused to watch the last episode of the final episode because I was like, it won't end if I don't let it end. I literally watched every episode.
Oh man, and the last one's a solid one where they're all party guys.
I mean, that was an episode. The episode before was when they wrestled, right, with Ben Stiller and shit.
That one was pretty good.
I think that was Santino's ring too, by the way.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
with Heat, I mean, I love the first one. That's
I was saying I'm in.
I
I just like.
knowing that.
I think
I don't know if I needed the prequel aspect, but I mean,
I think a lot of time has passed by. I was down with the book. I'm like, fine, if you want to continue to start write it. As for a movie,
but then again,
I mean, unless it's
for Top Gun,
I could see it. That's true.
Yeah.
Pacino is like, come on. And Val's going through his health issues, and I'm like, that seems unfair. Dude. Unless it's Pacino telling De Niro's story.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they pulled it off. I'm there though. I mean,
unless
they got my
have
ticket
like
already.
Val Kilmer on a deathbed.
And that's kind of my thought.
Don't show me that.
I'm willing to bet they get him for an appearance. Obviously,
I mean, we saw it in Tombstone.
How about this? If I was just about to say, I was like, if we're gonna bring in Val Kilmer for a last hurrah, I better be fucking Tombstone, dude.
Right. Or Batman.
I still say we need a I still say we need a Tombstone. Oh yeah, Batman would be good. That's shit.
Wait till you
get a
see
Batman
the Flash
Forever video
game.
Batman Forever and Ever.
You don't know. You don't know what's coming.
Jesus.
Or Top Secret.
If they take that from us, I'm suing the fuck out of it. I'm using that clip. I'm like, you didn't come up with that title. Fuck you. We had that. We had that shit. All right. Let's get to the last 2 questions and like wrap this up.
All right.
Thoughts on the Barbie trailer?
Haven't seen it.
I honestly
didn't watch it either.
All I heard about
the posters.
Yeah,
I think it looks funny.
I haven't seen it. All I saw was an interesting name attached to it. John Cena apparently.
Yeah, he is.
That was not surprising. Here's what I'll say about Barbie. Thank God Amy Schumer got out of that.
Oh shit!
Biggest bullet dodged. Yeah, she was supposed to play Barbie.
Amy Schumer was supposed to play Barbie. This is a real sentence.
This was a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw like the post about it too. Yeah.
Falling out due to creative differences. Like,
April Fools.
Creative. Sorry. I'm gonna go there, dude. Like, nah.
She drew the line when they told her she actually had to act.
No, but unless the idea was that it was already Margot Robbie and she crosses over into the real world and becomes Amy Schumer, that would have made
everybody screams and runs and
that would be hilarious because it's like a life lesson.
Yeah,
she's like, why don't people love me anymore?
Why are people running and screaming?
Because you talk. I think it looks fun. There's moments where I'm like, who is this for? Like, what audience?
I mean, the ending part of it where they're talking about jerking each other off.
That's what threw me off. I'm like, what is the audience? Is this for just the kids, or is this like a PG-13? Are we going like
PG-13? Michael Cera and Ryan Gosling are going to jerk each other off in the Barbie movie?
No, it's Shang-Chi and Ryan Gosling are going to jerk each other off.
That was the end scene of that trailer, which I'm just like, so I'm like, wait, so like, what are we going for here?
But I thought Ken dolls.
Looks like a good time, but
I thought Barbie dolls don't have. Dicks.
Yeah, Ken dolls.
Well, they make a joke about that because Ryan
you gotta watch it in
Margot.
context, Ryan.
They come
so
to
they're just
life.
They're rubbing like
a dick.
Well, there's a moment in that trailer where
Gosling's
Gosling's like, I want to go back upstairs with you or to your place, and she's like, why? He's like, because we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and she's like, why? And he's like, you know what? I haven't thought of that. And that's like the scene.
Fuck this.
Like,
I don't want to be with you anymore. And then credits. And I'm like, that's reality. Okay, I get it.
Like, I don't.
Fuck this is my Mercedes now.
Can we get a wrestling figure collector movie then? Is that where we're going next?
I mean,
we get a fucking.
Can we get Small Soldiers too?
Oh, this is Small Soldiers too.
I'm there, dude.
I'd watch
Small Soldiers 2 through 6. Right the fuck now. Yeah, that's true.
And a second Indian in the cupboard.
Oh,
dude. Okay, so
I mean, wasn't that a series of books?
You could continue the films.
I thought
there was.
I feel like they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna have to change the name of the movie.
Yeah, the Native Americans
definitely have to change the name of.
I don't even know if he can be in the cupboard anymore.
You can't put the Indian in anywhere.
His choice? Did you force
the Native American?
There's a lot of answers.
Yeah, coming this fall, Native American in plain sight. It's like, oh,
found you.
I get it.
That's
quite interesting, but I get it. Like,
it's a small world after all.
When I edit this, that's the reel of the week. That has to be the reel of the week. That has to be it. That was too fucking good.
Oh man.
No, to get to the next question, which also has to do with Barbie. The same day Barbie drops, Nolan's nuclear bomb movie drops.
Okay, hold on. I gotta take first on this because Olivia and I have already agreed that this is gonna be our double feature.
Yeah, I'm there.
So
a double feature.
We're gonna see one first, and then we're gonna go from nuclear war to plastic
to Barbie.
Barbies, yeah.
Plastic war.
Plastic war.
The war on plastic.
I don't know which one we're gonna watch first, but we're definitely gonna do a double feature. That me and Mooney are definitely gonna watch both that same.
But Oppenheimer looks great too.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip Barbie in theaters because I get the feeling a week later it'll be on Peacock and I can watch it.
Well, I was just saying, like, it seems like more of something you would put on like a Netflix produced type of thing.
Oh, it'll come. Don't worry.
Like.
Well, hey, Shazam drops on digital like tomorrow.
Oh shit! I can finally watch it, but I won't.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to ask you to hurry up on this podcast because I gotta go and save it to my watch list, guys. Like, I can't wait.
Can't wait, man.
Awesome. Yeah, but I think I'll do double feature. I don't know about you guys. I know Joey said probably Nolan or no, like at all.
I'll check out Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't. I don't like Nolan.
Rossi will be there.
I don't. But that movie looked.
I'm not. Yeah, no.
Jingleheimer. What is it?
Jingleheimer. It's Jingleheimer.
The story.
It's his origin.
Yeah.
It's very dark. Very dark.
Like Christopher Nolan, and I'm like,
Joaquin Phoenix.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. It was all in his head, right? And then they're like, no, it's a sequel. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking see it.
Hey,
just wait. It'll keep spinning. I don't know.
Just wait till the last question, Rossi.
I can't. All right, let's do this. I'm ready for it.
Well, no,
Jason, am I happy about Lady Gaga? No.
Jason, Quincy, which one or both?
I don't. Neither. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know enough. I mean, I know enough about Barbie in general that I'm probably not going to go see a Barbie movie.
Yeah. That's where I'm probably gonna. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about the other movie. I haven't even heard of it or seen the trailer or anything.
Yeah, I need to watch the trailer.
Not too sure, but if it looks good,
so Jingleheimer.
Just watch it on Redbox.
Yes, just YouTube Jingleheimer. See what shows up.
I'm going to. I'm going to do it right now. We're all going to watch.
Hollywood, before your last one,
okay,
I'm gonna throw one in here that was sent to me a week ago and I forgot. And it was just, this was sent to me and then question mark with thoughts. So Ashton Kutcher and Mia Kunis revealed they will donate their $275 million fortune to charity and not leave anything for their children. Thoughts? And their reasoning is they don't want to raise spoiled brats. Like that's I mean,
good luck.
Good for them.
This sounds like the start of the next Menendez brothers to me.
Yeah.
But
your father is a doofus and your mother is like a B actress. I think you already got raised pretty fucking
nice. She was forgetting Sarah Marshall. You leave that woman alone, Ryan.
Yeah, B actress, B minus maybe on a good day. But your father is a glorified fucking idiot. Like like he's Kelso for a reason.
Yeah, but he's Kelso murders.
Like falling upwards his entire
and again, before people really come at me, hold on. I know that he's done a lot of charity work, so my hat is off to him for that, especially of like a lot of ones that I know that he's especially like affiliated with. But one, I don't know, it's your kids, obviously, raise them, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know if I completely believe that that's true either. Like, I can believe they're going to donate most of their fortune. Are they not going to leave a single fucking dollar or a single million? You know what I mean? Like,
that's where I'm like, it's one thing to not spoil your kids. It's another thing to make sure they're taken care of. And if
at least
worst case something happens to you guys,
no one is saying that you have to buy them a fucking car right now. No one is saying you have to do all this stuff.
I mean,
but
growing up is expensive. That's just
exactly.
Yeah, if you could just have a lump sum to the side to take care of some things, like, or at least sign me up for.
Are they dying right now? Is that what's happening? Like, I'm.
Yeah,
they're just claiming they won't leave anything for them. I don't know.
How old are the kids?
But see, that's the thing. Is that 70s show going to play after they're dead, and they're going to still be residuals? And who do they go to? Right?
Because you have to technically leave it to someone.
I say it like this: they're still playing Good Times on certain channels out here, bro. I don't know who's watching it, but whoever's going out of their way to find the channel that they play it on, they're enjoying it. So, they're still playing
the cast of Friends are still making millions every year.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny about Ashton Kutcher? I did. So little birdie told me he was up for Booster Gold.
Oh God,
I see it.
I mean, at this point, I hope we just cast Chris Pratt because I heard Chris Pratt give the interview and be like, "Yeah, I'll take it." Like, of course you would. You don't say no to anything, you piece of shit. Like,
I'd rather have Stifler over Kelso.
Oh my God! Oh, that.
Do it. Let's bring back.
I think he's too old now.
Scott.
I think he's too old now. But
so is Kelso.
Well, Kelso.
That's what I mean. Like, but well, yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelso's a B actor too.
We've all seen Goon. Stifler can act. Like, let's give him his fucking due.
Hey, I love that you
Country Mac
dropped the one movie that wasn't pie related, and I love you.
Exactly. I mean, like, come on. If we're gonna call him Stifler, that's his name. That's his name forever.
That was awesome.
But he know him like as motherfucker in those
Wait,
ones.
wasn't he in the movie with The Rock?
Yeah.
Rundown?
Yeah. Was it the Rundown?
Yeah.
The one with Walken?
Yeah, Walken. I love Walken, dude.
I get that one and the Knoxville one confused.
Walking tall.
Walking tall, yeah.
You're walking, you're running. I don't know, man.
I don't know which.
Walking, he's running, and then he's
on bridge.
Dealing with scorpions, and then he's in Be Cool with an afro. And
okay,
that's his best role.
Be Cool.
That is his best role. The fact that we don't have an origin story.
Be Cool is streaming on Amazon for free, guys.
Bro, it would be called Twinkle Twinkle.
Loretta Lynn has never been better than when The Rock sings her song in Be Cool.
You know what one doesn't ever get credit though because it's stupid, but I enjoyed it. Was Pain and Gain.
Dude,
that was a really funny movie.
The Rock is just like
see it.
He's just so into just you should get a pump in. Yeah, just get that pump. I'm like, dude, you're so crazy.
Let me put this needle in your ass.
Yeah, dude, like he's just like so calm about it. I'm like, you shouldn't have someone on the squad that calm about the shit you guys are doing.
Right.
All right.
So yeah, it sounds like none of us are in favor of it, but
no, I mean. It's weird. It's a weird take. I get it from the mindset. You don't have to spoil them now.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to spoil them now. However,
now leave them with anything.
You don't.
Raising enemies from a young. If I was told from a young upbringing to watch everything my parents had and know I'm not going to dime, Jesus Christ, you're raising a murderer. Like,
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How old are the kids?
Yeah, and
they're like preteens, I think.
I was gonna ask.
So it's like, so if they die tomorrow, the kids are just fucked out of money.
Pretty much.
They're like, it's for charity, kids.
It went to the Make-A-Wish kids that saw John Cena lose.
Yeah, they felt bad. They're like, well, they get all our money now.
The only thing is like, because
I was thinking, they're 8 and 6.
I was like, are they one of those couples that adopted kids like Angelina?
No.
And I was like, that'd be totally fucked. That's just as bad as John Cena losing to the Make-A-Wish.
We gave you a better life until we die.
Yeah.
Comparing
like, but if you die before you,
that's Cena losing the Make-A-Wish.
Like, sorry, man. Sorry. That's such a.
But no, I'm a dad.
Wish was for John Cena to lose in Mania.
The only thing I could put it as is yes, this hangs on their death. So what I can say is, are you telling me that you're not going to raise them with your money? Are you not going to give them the best upbringing? Are you going to tell them no to like
okay?
I think I heard that too.
That,
I think Mila Kunis does that for Christmas. She doesn't. I think she buys them one gift each. Like she did an interview where she talked about that. Yeah,
God,
I get one gift each.
I think
they're gonna get murdered before they even die.
You're like, what happened to me?
I mean, that's
look that up. I think if you look it up on YouTube, like Mila and her kids, like she only gives them one gift per Christmas, and she's like, that's it. Because they don't want to spoil them.
I mean,
I'm thinking of murdering them.
Normal family shit like that
before they die.
Before they die, I'm gonna murder.
You wake up dead.
That's right.
Like actually said, if they
like I got him. Now who's stupid?
Murdered. The will has been broken, and now
this is when we wrap it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Last
quite
one,
a
final question.
Final question.
My take is set aside some fucking money that you're gonna send to charity, and then give the rest to your fucking kids.
They hate their kids, Jason. That's
apparently shit. Yeah, I know.
They have children from a young age.
Why'd you have kids?
Like,
I don't like you. I just wanted to create a life.
I mean, I don't want to keep into it, but Mia has been acting since she was 15 years old. So it's not as if, like...
Probably younger.
Well, no, she got the role at 15
no, she got the role,
at her age. Yeah.
She didn't do any, like, child acting?
No, that was it. That was her first one.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I thought we were all wrapped up. So
I know, that's that.
They weren't. They popped out 2 kids.
Hollywood, take us home.
Are you excited for Joker 2?
All right, guys, it's been a good episode. I'll see you guys next week.
I'll quickly take this one very quickly. I didn't need a sequel, but I'm still gonna watch it. You know, I thought it was fine as a one-off. I didn't need Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. I didn't need Harley Quinn. Period. I didn't need a sequel.
Wait, she. No, I don't. No.
She's Harley Quinn, and I've already seen so much shit that I feel like I've already seen the movie. And I didn't. It's okay to make just one-offs, and that's what they need to work. Not everything needs to become a franchise.
Like okay,
and
the
some of the greatest
Batman.
movies, man, have just been one-offs, like Goodfellas, et cetera, et cetera. You know, you go down the list of them.
Yeah.
But I felt like Joker was one of those movies that if it was just that's what it was. Interpret it whatever the way you fucking want to interpret it.
Well, that's my point. I can respect it as a one-off.
Yeah.
Now that it's not, I don't care.
From the guy that milked Hangover, I'm like, I don't want the sequel for
another movie that just needed to be one movie.
Needed one movie. That was fine.
I mean,
you
like
went
even
twice,
like
then you went 3 times. It's like, holy fuck, you ruined this whole fucking thing.
Even the one before that one was super bad. They didn't need to. You know,
they didn't need a sequel for Superbad. That was called Kick-Ass. Was also another one that didn't need a sequel.
Like Tropic Thunder never did another Tropic Thunder. You know, I don't know if they could, but I mean, like
RDJ just did blackface again.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get a pass.
There's some movies that
if you say so, man,
that's right.
Believe you, so that's fine. Like, we'll take your word for it.
That is true.
I know a large amount of people that were not bothered at all by it. So
it's only white people that were bothered by it. I'm like, shut up.
They're the ones that got triggered. It's like, why are you? Why does this bug you? Because you can't do it. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's like the one time I was in my math class and one of my friends, he was like, he's half Mexican, half Italian. He had said something about me being black, but that was my friend outside of class, so we joked like that all the time. My math teacher was so taken aback. She's like, the word is African American. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, you don't get to tell me what the word is. It's black. I'd rather be known as black instead of the African American kid in the math class. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, no.
You already sat me in the back. You're the asshole teacher.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like,
then you're asking me about the speed of buses. Like, I'm supposed to know this shit. What is some sort of thinly veiled discrimination with numbers and probability?
she wasn't even trying to hide it either.
She wasn't even trying to hide it. That was the problem. No, my question is this: like recently, like the Batman, right? I feel like I don't know if they should do a sequel to that one either.
But you know, I can understand Batman because that is already been a franchise. They've already done it. You know what I mean? If it makes a certain amount of money,
when you think about it, Joker,
sure
like villains aren't
Joker's
supposed to have
Joker.
a franchise.
Yeah, that's it. You tell the story of the villain,
origin,
and there's no building upon that. It's a one-off. It's an Elseworld film, like they keep telling us. So that's it. I'm still gonna watch it day one. I'm still there, you know. But I don't need it. I never needed
Nolan had a bunch of them. Like, that's like if we would have saw, you know, R.I.P. But if we would have saw the Joker again, like Heath Ledger do it, reprise it. I don't know if I would have wanted to see him.
Which he was supposed to. If
shit
didn't happen, that happened. You know, he was supposed to be in the third Batman, Dark Knight from Nolan. But it's how I feel with a lot of things. Like right now with I know I'm going off the thing, but Mandalorian season 3, I'm not happy with that right now, and I feel like
I have not watched, but I'm definitely not hearing good things about season 3. I like to watch in bulk, so
it took 6 episodes of season 3 to make the 2 seasons that they already had previously just irrelevant, and I'm just like, but there's certain things where it's like you don't have to keep. I know why they do it.
Well, my problem with Favreau is not everybody watched Clone Wars. And that's all you're doing.
But that's Filoni being like, oh, we're going to stay with the Clone Wars shit. And I'm like, but not everybody tuned into that. Like, I have to explain to, like, my girl every time we watch this.
An entire audience checked out and thought that it was for kids because you can make it seem that way. Like,
no. But it's one of those things where I feel like they need to find out. They don't need to make everything a franchise. That's all. That's my only thing with Joker 2.
Yeah, like
I'm still going to watch it. Maybe it surprises me at this point. I need to see a trailer for the pictures I've seen. I'm like, But we'll see. I don't know how you guys feel, but I mean, you guys want to sound off on that?
Another one.
I mean, I think they wrote themselves in a corner where now they're going to cast a Batman for that if they keep that one going.
Oh,
that's what's going to cause issues.
Shit. God, no, that would be
like
awful.
That's why that movie was meant to be one and done. You wrote yourself to Batman.
You had the Wayne scene, and it was good as it was, and then you fucking jump ship. And then if you want to make another villain origin story, like Flanagan wants to make the Quayface solo movie, fine. But that's it. That's as far as it goes.
I don't know if there's enough interest for that to get that turn on a Clayface. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know. I could be out of my element. Who knows?
I don't know, but I know Rossi's excited for Joker too, so that's
it's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. I can't wait for Joaquin and Gaga to start singing that god awful fucking Bradley Cooper. Yeah, they can stand that bullshit while jumping down the stairs.
I already told you.
God.
I want to start the hashtag Joker face. Get that going.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Joker face.
Don't give them anything to use.
I will say though,
on the spot right now.
Did you say this movie is going to be a bad romance, or is that too?
There we go. There we go.
I'll see you guys next week.
All right, that's where we end off.
On that note,
like it's all my Lady Gaga knowledge. It's gone after.
I know paparazzi's in there, but it doesn't fit. So whatever.
There you go. Yeah.
There you
Are
go.
the paparazzi coming out?
It honestly, the whole film better end actually for sure point like blatantly than both being killed in the end, and then being like, all right, it wasn't a fake thing. I guess they're just both nutcases, and you're like, that's America, and then it credits, and I'm like, oh, I get what he's doing.
I'm not gonna.
No, they're just at like a fucking Walmart somewhere, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's believable. Yeah, I get it.
I'll tell you right now, maybe. I'll tell you that. Well, I'll end the pod on that. Some people might be surprised with the ending.
There you go. And if you've watched this long, guys, be sure to like us, subscribe, listen to our old clips, and tune in next time.
Yeah, and we'll be on Spotify by this episode. It might not be on tomorrow, Friday, which is Friday. It might be on Saturday where we will launch the Spotify, where if you don't want your YouTube running the whole time for the podcast, you just want to listen to it and be able to lock it and stuff, we will be on Spotify. The links will be all in the description. If you have questions for us, leave it in the comments section. But yeah, guys, good episode 10. We will see you guys next week. By then, hopefully, Vince is dead. And that's
Here's the praying. Here's the hoping, man.
What a great way to go off.